It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. On this occasion, I am very happy to share with you some of our very favorite moments from 2024. We have done this for the past few years as we finish up each calendar year. We go back and take a look at all of the content and all of the albums and the great songs that we have heard this year, and we pick out some of our very favorite moments. Some of these are from live streams, some of these are from our Patreon exclusive content, and most of them are here from our YouTube channel. I have picked some of my favorites, and some of our patrons have chimed in with some of their favorite moments as well. So I have compiled all of this. We're going to go pretty much chronologically throughout the calendar year of 2024. So I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy some 2024 highlights with me. Mi, fa, sol, da, do. Yeah, and pretty cool. And each of these melodically is mi, fa, sol over these new chords, and it lands on that B flat. Fun. They weren't kidding. That's the Rite of Spring, or a takeoff on it. Horn. Hang on. Okay. More orchestral, like real orchestral, than I was ever expecting. That's a G to the F sharp, down to the F natural, back to G, then to C. So melodically, that's where we get that cool chord. C, and it's a D7 with that F sharp, but it leads down to F before it goes back to G and then to C. That's what gives this whole ending its harmonic flair. Great classic sounds. It's bluesy. Woo! Somebody made rock mad.
Well,
yeah.
Classical music is very much part of it, isn't it? It's very often I find myself writing in a classical style, and I figure it's acceptable when I hear stuff like Grieg, the Holberg Suite, and I think, he's writing in an earlier time. The idea, and Respighi, they're
Love Respighi.
They're not being contemporary in their own lifetimes. They're looking back at perhaps a period of Baroque, especially in Respighi's case. But then he's modern too, and the idea of music as a time machine,
right,
is very appealing. Or whatever genre you're working in, it seems to me that classical doesn't have to be a dirty word with all of that. It's it should be perfectly acceptable.
The dominant E. High B flat. Wow. high F that he got to. Just went up the scale instead of down it. And it's a high C. It's a C6. Pianissimo with some bloom on it. Right in tune. He's gonna get even higher too, right? Can't even try to sing that high, y'all. It's high E. Just emoting the angst of the time. Y'all weren't kidding. This is proggy as shit. Back to the beginning. That's a C sharp. That I got. Relative major. Flat 7. There's a 6. And it goes to G sharp minor.
I know it well. The riches that I seek are waiting on the other side. There's more than I can measure in the treasures of the Lord that I can find.
Wow.
And though it's always been with me, I must tell
I love the combination of the violin and some of that mellotron in there. Circle of fifths progression, that's the 6, down to the 5, that's the E7, back to A minor. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, y'all. A turns major, goes to D. D goes to G. Cool. G goes to C. C goes to F. There's the sequential pattern. And then F slips down by half step to E, and then E goes back up to A. I'm going to steal that progression. Oh, what was that? What is he doing? That is tribal. Then they land on the C.
Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby?
And then we get into the chorus, and it's in the relative major. Sing it. Up to 3, then down to flat 2. Step higher than they were earlier in the major. It happened again! Got beads everywhere. I'm gonna have to put tape on that thing.
The Adventures of Gregory Peccary.
The Adventures.
Oh, here comes Gregory, little Gregory Peccary, the nocturnal gregarious wild swan.
That's about all I've heard. I stopped it there.
Peccary is a little pig with a white collar that usually hangs around between Texas and Paraguay, sometimes ranging as far west as Catalina.
Catalina, Catalina, Catalina.
This particular peccary is part of that bold, new breed
Breeding.
that extinguishes itself by markings which resemble a wide tie directly below the white collar.
If it's wide enough, everyone will know that the tie I'm wearing is a symbol of how nimble my mind will go.
You may not have
Interesting.
all you want, all you need, all that you've had.
There's a leading
Has
tone in
been
there,
due
the
to
G
my
sharp.
hand. It can change,
Woo!
it can stay the same. Who can say?
Wow.
Who can make their claim?
A on the bottom. Woo!
The situation we are in at this time, neither a good one.
Okay. Some tribal drums off in the distance. Sounds a little bit like Lord of the Rings. Or Les Mis at the beginning. Heroic horn. Again, the lowered second that they're including there.
We know that it's only love.
It's like they're giving you permission to forgive yourself. We all fall down if we fear love. This is amazing. There's the riff.
You need cooling.
It lands on E. Da, 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 da. It's just using the pentatonic scale on the way up.
Way down inside. So honey, you need it. I'm gonna give you my love.
He's gonna give it.
I'm gonna give you my love.
Robert is ready. If you want a whole lot of love, Robert's your guy. Sounds like they're starting that synthesizer like a lawnmower. There it is. again. Epic, right? Sounds just like the 80s, too. Well, they've given it to us several times as we start here. Bass is climbing. Play soul.
Thank you for liking what Doug does. And thank you for sticking with him. You all see how wonderful a guy he is. And I like that they see you. You know what I mean? That they see
I like to have fun.
you. Yeah.
I like to have fun. It's time to get my hair cut.
You're a fun guy. F-U-N-G-E-I. F-U-N-G-I.
I ain't no mushroom. Oh! I could be a troll, though. I could be like that one troll.
You're like a human troll doll.
I don't know.
Hey, we're not done, y'all. The crunchy chords from the piano really help this. Not that Steve needs any help. It's just a static chord. All over the kit. There's some eerie stuff coming up on top of that. That's cool. So well paced. I think this is where they're gonna stay and just live in this for a little bit. There it is. It's amazing how he saved it this far into this version of the song. As I conclude the interview here, I'm going to segue into listening to some of your sounds, and maybe, what was it, Embers would be a good one to listen to, since it's one that's out and I haven't heard yet, but they're all available. Which one do you think would be fun for us to hear?
Well, today's the day. I think that, knowing you and your musical ear and knowledge, it might be fun for you to be sharing something that's maybe one of these deeper kind of proggy tracks.
Don't test me now. I it's an ear training quiz.
You've been tested. You passed the test. So I would like it if you shared the song Into the Lair.
Into the Lair. I gotta write that down.
Yeah, I think that would be a good one, and it's good because it has that balance. I think of being really proggy with a lot of cool changes. I played a little guitar solo on that one, and also Bastian Martinez played his solo spot later on in the song, and then we did some really cool trading. It's just got a lot of stuff going on in it, and it should be a nice meaty kind of track, and also melodic, and it has that element too. So yeah, if everybody would check that out and enjoy it, that would be amazing.
That's flat 6, flat 7.
Just too young, ignorant and innocent. I can't stare from 19 and 10. Oh yeah.
Am I who I used to be? New key.
Nobody knows what's inside of me.
nobody knows what's inside of me, and then the ensemble is singing. That's cool. Did an analysis of discipline from this, and
good luck.
It's amazing. You know, and I was looking at the notation for the Chapman stick, and I'm like, how does this work? So you've got one side that's bass strings and the other side are guitar strings.
Yes.
Is that right? How did you get first introduced to this instrument and learn to play it? And what I really want to know is, like, what's the process of playing that instrument? You've got to, one, think about the supporting low tones, but you've got this treble stuff up here as well, with both hands. I'm mesmerized by it. Talk about using this instrument.
Thank you. In about 1975, Emma Chapman had invented this instrument, released it on the world. I got it pretty much right away. It's played with a significant thing about the instrument. It's played with a touch style. You don't pluck the note and finger it. So with one hand, one finger, you play a note. With the other, like a piano.
Sure.
It's got strings, but it's like a piano.
Like a hammer-on
another
type
thing,
yeah.
It is hammer-on, exactly. And another thing about it is he invented it with a completely stereo pickup. So the 5 bass strings go out one side. It's one cable, and the 5 guitar strings. So the guitar side can go to a guitar amp and the bass to a bass amp.
That's amazing.
That way. So it has a lot of versatility. It can sound very heavy rock, and I've used it a great deal, especially with King Crimson and Peter Gabriel through the years. That's the short explanation of what it also can be a beast. It's got so many. It's a new instrument. It's invented in the 70s. So you see a video of another player doing stuff. I never thought of doing that on it. So there are so many new techniques that guys and women come up with that it's a new field and very interesting one.
It's a bullshit 3-ring circus sideshow. Shit. Cool. It was really towards the beginning.
I wish I could say that again.
Erlkönig.
I'm never good at pronouncing the German things. I try to.
Jawohl. Jawohl.
Jawohl. I can do that. There are certain things I can do.
So we got
It's the O with the umlaut that I struggle with.
Oh.
How's that again?
All right. That's in unison, y'all. Holy shit.
Whatever is up to believe, we both will be received in Graceland.
I think the instrument that's giving this track the most amount of its personality is the bass playing.
But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence, and the people bowed and prayed.
Now he's into it a little bit.
To the neon god they made.
Yeah.
And the sign lashed out its warning. And the words that it was forming.
I love it.
And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls.
Wow.
And tenement halls whispered
phenomenal, isn't it? The camera angle is interesting. It's low, so Jim looks really freaking tall compared to the other ones.
It would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. I just set the night on fire.
Great move.
And you hesitated through.
Kind of tie into the dark parts that you still have in your hair, like the black hair that's still, you have some black patches in your mustache and your beard and up on top of your head too. If you turn your head to the side, show them from this, do that bird call but with your head turned that way.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, the retransition. They're into it. The orchestra people are enjoying themselves. And like I said, it's a diatonic tune, y'all. Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer, fun for all that children call. One note there, and it's a passing note, right? Their favorite time of year, right? Where's my pedal? Yeah, so great, right? So great. So let's hear it. Let's hear them doing it. I want to hear the kids' version, which is what we have here, and then we'll listen to the longer instrumental version just because we're here and it's fun. So, Christmas Time is Here by Vince Guaraldi. Off we go. Major 1, there's a 5. Notice how their rhythms are slightly off.
Peace on earth.
So it splits off, right?
Can it be? Years from now, perhaps we'll see. See the day of glory. See the day when live in peace again. So peace on earth when we come.
And there you have it, friends. We've gotten through the entire year. We finish up with some Christmas tunes, as is appropriate at this time of year. But, you know, every time I go back and I look at all of the episodes and the filming and the songs and the artists, it's just such a pleasure and, quite frankly, y'all, a privilege to be able to have this platform to share all of this music and my journey with all of you. And my friends, the journey continues in 2025, although I haven't done much planning. Y'all, I know that our general concept is going to continue, and that we're going to do some great videos and cover some wonderful music. But in terms of repertoire and exactly where we're going to start, I don't even know yet, y'all. But come next week when we get going again, I'll have it all straightened out. But until then, y'all, I wish you a happy new year, and I'm very thankful for all of you for tuning in, for spending time with us, and for being a part of the Daily Doug. It has been a pleasure. It continues to be a pleasure. And again, I'm thankful for all of you. So that is it for me for this year, my friends. Another banner year in the books, but look out, 2025. We're coming for you. And we're going to listen to a lot of more great music and art, and share that and how we feel about it, how it makes us feel, and just share that with the community here. And that's part of what drives this, y'all. It's not only the music, it's the people, and that means you. So thank you very much for hanging out with us this year. We'll see you next year on another edition of the Daily Doug.